but basically the truth about God too. And we've started off with some religious symbolism here. It's really just a murder weapon. Murder. I mean, lots of people were crucified. Okay, so Taurus, this is totally reminding me of how your last reading, the cards were just slip sliding out, right? Like, so slick. Oh my God. I'm going to remember this forever. Hey Taurus, how are you doing? Let's find out. I've been thinking summer solstice thoughts, but really what we're coming up for, because it is summer solstice today. It was. It's now. We're past it. I've been using that energy, but we're heading into that strawberry supermoon on the 24th. So that's what I'm gonna put in the titles. So let's see what we're heading for you. What's gonna be happening for you in the next couple of weeks using that supermoon energy. And so for the first time in my readings, I've brought in the Lenormand. Yes, let's say. Let's not even approach the French. I could, but I won't. And because I'm not bringing out an oracle this time. But I've had this deck for a year now, and I just haven't used it yet because I wanted to get clear in the energy of it as unique to, because it's such a different, it's different enough, right? But there are some, I just love some of the cards in here. Oh, hang on. Okay, what I'm going to do, I might put some extra lighting on this, and I'm going to turn the fridge off. That's what I'm going to do, and I will be right back. Okay, so let's start with the Lenormand and get into the Morgans. The Morgan Greers, and not even going to try to shuffle these. It doesn't go well, and it's not like the wrong cards are going to, oh, we need to change. Oh, we just need to make adjustments, don't we, Taurus? We need to make adjustments. That's what we need to do. That's, what, 3 adjustments I've needed to make before we even get started. Very well. So whatever adjustments you need to make, take your time and make them. Do not get rushed. I think that's a point to take away from this right now, is whatever you're working on, do not get rushed. Let's see if I'm right. What are my psychic skills worth? I'm very used to working psychically, to the point of hemorrhaging psychic energy left, right, and center in all that I do. And they brought me to the cards last, after years and years of psychic work. Okay, so, a cross to bear. A burden. Three plus 6 is 9. Perseverance, proving yourself to everyone. And we have a 6 of clubs, a 6 of wands. Now that brings, that's Leo energy, so that brings recognition, that brings praise, that brings admiration. It brings you your audience. You know, when you look at the 10 of wands, that the guy's burden, carrying, right? And it's like Jesus carrying so many crossbeams to his own crucifixion. I realized the guy is almost home. Jesus was almost home. So, completion. Let's see. What else do they want to say? And you also have, yeah, you have 3, 6, and then combining to a 9. So you do have that magical 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Which would be actually like, almost like Mercury cycles our mind and imagination, right? The Mercury goes in sort of 3.33, 6.66, 9.99. Those are the cycles around the sun. So that's the cycles, how they affect when you look at your life. If you look at what you were doing at 3.33 years, 6.66 years, you know, and then it takes you to the master numbers of 11, 22, 33. So think in terms of cycles of your mind, you know, and you get something like every 90 days of the year kind of thing. Okay, we want to just start with that. I guess it's a lot to start with, isn't it? It's a lot. Nothing. Okay, no, they're kind of messy right now. So let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth. We needed to make adjustments. We needed to make 3 adjustments. So magic numbers right now. And that brings us to magic squares, which the Freemasons obsess over. This whole matrix could be a magic square. If you want to look up magic squares, that's where, you know, you have the numbers arranged on a 3x3 grid. Yes. And I mean, you could say the chessboard, the Freemason chessboard, is like an elaboration of a magic square. It's a huge magic square. Yes. So you're cracking the matrix. That's what you're doing. You are hacking and cracking the chessboard. Okay. Now kind of at an angle. Wow. God. Whew. Now, what is the significance? Okay, so it's almost like there's so much divine timing on the table with just these 2 cards. No major arcana, and yet, God, that is just breathtaking when that stuff happens. Okay. Before I get into a paragraph about that, let's just see if they'll give me a few more cards. Okay, safe passage. Conscience. It's my happy card. It's my happy card. Neptune energy. Yeah, soul contracts. Okay. This is how many soul contracts you have. This is how many soul contracts you have. Soul contracts, soul contracts, soul contracts. Because my whole 12th house is all about soul contracts. It is not primarily, now Pisces, it balances out because my Pisces placement is very much about me. I have a lot of, but in terms of 12th house placement, no, absolutely. Everybody, it's like everybody that I've met in my life, throughout my life, has been a soul contract, and they've been brought into my life. And maybe this is true for everybody, but I don't see it being true for everybody. I don't see everybody living life the way I live it. And it's like everybody that comes into my life needed to learn something from me or experience something with me, be given an option, and then usually turn it down. Sometimes, you know, we go through a success together, but by and large, it's sort of like I'm the canary in the coal mine for them. And yeah, so you've had so many soul contracts. And I'm seeing that in this card because in astrology it's connected to Cancer, which would be even more soul contracts. But in Tarot it's connected to Pisces, 12th house, which for me is the house of free will versus soul contracts. And one of the ultimate symbols of soul contract, yes? Okay, and further to this being the strawberry supermoon coming up. So, does it mean that you're being released from a bunch of contracts? Is that what this means? Or, because you're getting recognition, you've got the Six of Wands right there with the Six of Clubs. And that's a gift. That's a gift. Okay, let's go back and forth. Let's go back to Lenormand. Lenormand. Okay, that's clear enough. Wow. A complete echo of the Six of Wands, because now we have the Garden, which is all about social success. It's all about publicity. It's all about big time interactions, huge receptivity, successes, and we have Eight of Swords to go with it, which is, and we have a 20, so we have a double completion. We have basically what? Judgment. Yes, it is. And the Eight of Swords, I consider the Eight of Swords, I consider her to be a Houdini, not a victim. Like, she's blindfolded, right, in the red dress, the sacrificial dress, but the Eight Swords all around her. And it looks like she's done it to herself, but I would say no, she hasn't done it to herself. And eights to me are always proving yourself to yourself. And once you reach 8, 9, 10, you're in mastermind mode. And so, master of communication, master of thinking, master of knowing, but proving yourself to yourself, and therefore then ready to prove yourself to everyone else. Wow. This is very much about you. This is very, yes. So we're switching over from everybody else, about everybody else, what you've done for everybody else, and what you are now able to do for yourself. Let's go back and forth. Back and forth between you and them, you and them. Woo! Not out in the cold anymore. However, if it's reversed, then it means we're going to have to go back through it at some point. But you can perhaps, the next time you go through it, you don't have to feel the same way again. So we're going back to the Four of Pentacles of stability, choosing the right sandbox, choosing the right sandbox. And then you might be pushing people out in the cold, right? If you were out in the cold the next time around, we reset at the Four of Pentacles. So this is Virgo energy for me. For everybody else, it would be your energy, Taurus. But for me, you are the ace. You are cardinal to me because you're second house. I reorganized all the classifications. I reorganized air and earth so that the cardinals and the fixed and the mutables match the devil horn, sorry, but match the that's not a secret signal to anybody. But so that they match the progression of the houses. Okay, so for me this is Virgo, and it's the beginning of Virgo. It's that necessary change of problem solving and coming up with the new habits, coming up with, like progressing into transformation and completion towards your career. Yeah, so the right sandbox, the right stability in the Four of Pentacles, the right commitments. Yep. And then we're going to push away the people that are not interested, that are not aligned with that for you, right? I believe that's where we're going with this. I'll see if they want to affirm that for me. Okay, so we have 6 of Wands repeat. Now, why God's own truth? For your recognition, for your achievement, for your... Because God is making his face to shine upon you, but wouldn't he always be anyway? Very interesting. I mean, obviously we have a truth here. We have something that's known. Anything we want to say about... We have that moon there of knowing. What do we want to say about it? They came out together. And that would be leading back to the Ten of Swords. And turning over a new leaf, turning over a new page on betrayals. Gemini energy, for me. Others would put it as Libra energy, but for me, again, like I said, I switched it up. So 3rd house. Choices, passions, ethics. But basically the truth about God, too. And we've started off with some religious symbolism here. It's really just a murder weapon. It's murder. I mean, lots of people were crucified. Okay, so Taurus, this is totally reminding me of how your last reading, the cards were just slip sliding out, right? Like, so slick. Oh my God. I'm going to remember this forever. How fucking epic was that? Holy shit. Houdini. Oh my God, that was awesome. Houdini. I just finished calling her Houdini and look what she did. Like, look how it just catches her. Oh my God. It's like twice in this reading that I've been totally just stumped. Not stumped, just like, holy shit. Okay. Okay, mastermind. You're gonna pull this off. You're gonna put on one hell of a show. And you know, and I'm not saying it's all gonna be flashy necessarily like that, but the ultimate effect of it is gonna be as stunning as that. So God believes in you big time right now. Not that God doesn't, right? It's just, there's just like, together. You guys are working together in this. That's what it is. You're not afraid to give credit where credit is due. And whatever you do is not only a credit to you, but a credit to God. Because the church sure as hell put God out in the cold right from the beginning. The temple put God out in the cold. Everybody makes a temple for their own sakes, not for God's sake. I don't care. We can argue about that forever. But the problem with temples is they create groupthink. And groupthink amounts to talking about God behind his back. Her back. Okay, I don't even want to do any more readings now. I just want to sit like this all night and just go, holy fuck, that's awesome. This could possibly be my favorite tarot moment ever. So I'm never ever losing track of this video. Okay, Taurus. I really think I need another Lenormand card for you because everybody else has these 3 cards in their thumbnail for their video. So let's get Let's get another one. And it's gonna be like super anticlimactic. That was kind of cool too. Okay, what isn't it? Oh. Compassion. And another gift, a 6. Gift. Okay. And we have the Knight of Cups. Scorpio energy. What were we saying in the last reading about multi-generational battles, and your family hadn't been able to position you well enough, but you did so much for yourself, and God, you helped make it possible for God to hack the system fast enough, and with all the things that you've been doing throughout your life and being faithful and staying the course, God's able to reposition you. Because you played the game the way we need to play it to hack it successfully. God, this is beautiful. I wish I were more Taurus than I am. Thank you for all you've done. I mean, I love all the signs. All the signs are going through such spectacular things always, right? Everybody that's invested in showing up and figuring out their path with tarot and astrology, you know, we're all on the same team, even if we don't agree on all the same things. But this was just, oh. So, with this strawberry moon, supermoon, something stunning and recognition, absolutely, and partnering. What you do, what's standing out to me is what you do is a credit to God. And I don't mean, if anybody else is watching and is feeling that they're cut out of that, it's not that. It's not that. It's just specific to, there will be more of that. There will be more of that. Okay, Taurus. So I'll be back in 2 weeks. And I really don't know where we go from here. Maybe we just, I don't know. But it's beautiful. Okay. Much love. And my God, thank you for this.